When was the last time you thought about your heart? Well, at the Cardiac Care Department of Southlake Regional Health Center in Newmarket, worrying about the health of your heart is their #1 priority. In fact, the motto around here is transforming lives one heart at a time. And today, these fine folks are going to be putting their own hearts to good use at their 9th annual Walk of Life fundraiser. I am here today with the Mayor of Newmarket, Tony Van Bynen, who is also, by the way, a member of the Board of Directors at Southlake. Why did you decide, Tony, to get involved with a hospital this way?
Southlake Hospital is an important community partner. They provide health services. It's one of our major employers, but it's known for its great care, for its professionalism, and the way that it responds to our community needs. So it's, #1, it's a pleasure to be on the board, and I think it's important to be involved in such an important community partner.
And why did you think it was important to be here today to support this fundraiser?
Well, this fundraiser fits both with the Southlake objectives and our objectives about being well beyond the ordinary, being fit. Our hope from a recreation and culture perspective is that if you stay fit now, you may not need to have Southlake, or you may not need to rely on their cardiac program. So it's a good fit. We're in the preventive maintenance, and then Southlake, if they do need support, then we can also help with the rehabilitation after that as well.
Are there any new initiatives or programs that are coming up that you can tell us about?
This partnership and this Walk for Life has been an ongoing item. We have announced that we're going to be taking the center corridor of the Magna Center here and turning that into a fitness center. And we're currently in discussions with Southlake to see if we can expand that partnership so that we can further integrate this physical fitness component and the rehabilitation component. So I'm quite optimistic about negotiations, but these things still need to be settled.
Right, takes time.
It does.
What are you doing in your own life to make sure that you and your family are heart healthy?
First of all, I've got a Fitbit, and I focus on my 10,000 steps a day and my 10 stairwells in a day. Although I don't always get it, it still makes you aware. So a job like mine is fairly sedentary, where you're sitting in meetings all the time. So you need to kind of make yourself aware that you've got to get up and move around a little bit. And so that's a good start.
What makes working at Southlake so wonderful?
It has to do with the spirit of the people who work there, because otherwise as a facility it is not any different than any other hospital. But somehow Southlake seems to draw people from the area, and Southlake used to be a community hospital, so the mindset of the people is different. It's more patient-oriented.
I'm here with Frank Brathwaite, and he's a volunteer and a participant at today's Walk of Life event. Frank, why did you decide to get involved in today's event?
Well, I'm very keen about supporting cardiac rehab in particular, and I'm very keen on the benefits that the program provides. And as a result of having gone through the program 3 times, not because of their fault, but because of my health issues, I have gained a lot and I want to give back. And this is a chance for me to publicize cardiac rehab health, to be able to raise some funds, and C, to support Southlake Hospital.
Tell us about your journey through the program, because you said you've been through it 3 times.
Yes, 2004, I had 5 blockages and I got 2 stents and coming to cardiac rehab. 18 months later, I had a massive heart attack and was airlifted and again back to Southlake, had another stent, and I came to cardiac rehab, and I said, given the fact that within 18 months I've been here twice, I might as well start volunteering.
If you had to give your younger self some advice on how to live healthy and have a healthy heart, what would you say?
I would offer a couple of points. #1, I would have started exercising more actively and purposefully when I was much younger. 2, I would have allowed myself some more sleep patterns, because sleep is recuperative. And 3, I would have watched my diet rather than eating a lot of fast food stuff and going to meetings and not paying attention to your health.
Over 8,000 York Region residents rely on Southlake every single year for their advanced cardiac care. their cardiovascular prevention and rehabilitation program can actually reduce life-threatening heart attacks and strokes by up to 50%, which is a really impressive amount. If you'd like to make a contribution, just visit their website. Now it's time for me to get this old heart pumping, and I highly suggest that you go out and do the same. For Rogers TV in Newmarket at the Magna Center, I'm Shay Galore.